Hey everybody, Mario here, otherwise known as White Home on the interwebs, and welcome to Thoughts, the January 2012 edition. First of the new year, woo! There's a couple of things I want to get out of the way, but first and foremost, there's a couple of things I want to add to my New Year's vlog that I posted a while ago. First, I want to just thank, again, all of my subscribers for jumping on board and sticking around and watching my videos and leaving feedback. I seriously am very appreciative of that, and I don't think I would have the drive to continue if it weren't for you guys. Spread the word, spread it around. I really welcome new people. My channel's purpose is to basically share the wealth of happy nerd knowledge that I retain. Hopefully make a community out of that. There's a couple of people I want to thank personally. So Demi9Nobody, thanks for being one of the ones that jumped on board, and thanks for the feedback that we traded off on each other. I don't want to get too much into details about what's going on with you, but I really hope you plunge back into the YouTubing and all that. Your input is kind of missed, at least from my end, so hopefully you make your way back one day. Oh, and I can't believe that one of my subscribers is Wizard World. That right there blows me away. It's amazing because the fact that such a known company, the guys that were behind Wizard Magazine and Toy Fair and who do the year-round conventions, is one of my subscribers and is keeping an eye on me. That's high praise indeed. Wizard World, thank you so much. I noticed that you guys haven't really done much with your channel. If you're looking for hosts to do any sort of comic review show or anything nerd-related, call me. Alright, now that I got that out of the way, there's a couple of things I want to talk about that's been happening recently. SOPA and Pippa. I was going to talk about what each of them are and why they're bad. Bad for you, bad for me, and bad for the interwebs in general. I was going to post a video, which is basically a public service announcement from a couple of game review sites on the interwebs, basically protesting the ESA, the Electronic Software Association, who also are the ones that host and hold E3 in Los Angeles. They are in support of SOPA and Pippa, or were, and the whole point of the video was to basically say, hey, we're not going to E3, we're not going to talk about E3, we're not going to support E3 in any way unless you withdraw your support. I was going to do all of that, but here, a couple of things happened. SOPA has been shelved. Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid basically said that he would not bring SOPA to a vote and that it would be shelved for now. Pippa has also been shelved. One of the House's reps, the guy that sponsored the bill, Smith I think his name is, basically said that he noticed our criticism, our loud voices, and he wants to rethink the bill, so that too has been shelved. So while both bills are not exactly dead and buried, they are very much buried deep and shelved. So good job, interwebs. Victory for us. But the fight is not over yet. There's this nasty little bit of legislation that has sprung up on us while we weren't looking called ACTA. The Anti-Counterfeiting Trade Agreement. It's basically a bill that is along the lines of both SOPA and Pippa, and it has more of an international reach. This piece of legislation has been signed by 27 European nations, Japan, and yes, even America. The fact that they're trying to spring this on us behind our backs while we were busy fighting legislation here in the States is kind of a little troubling. So now we got to turn our attention and make sure we can fight and defeat this piece of legislation too. Look it up. We got to take on ACTA because I believe in a free and open internet. And that was my own PSA. Another thing that I've been getting into that I'm really feel pretty stupid that I've been missing out on. Game of Thrones. The book series by George R.R. Martin. I just finished reading the first book, and I'm currently reading the second one, A Clash of Kings, and I gotta tell you, I love it. I am dead freaking hooked on the books. I'm loving the books. I loved the first one, and I gotta tell you, I wasn't exactly thrilled with how some things played out. But at the same time, I was pretty thrilled with some of the other things that played out. So, pretty much get used to that, I guess is what I'm trying to say if you decide to follow the series. You're going to be seeing a lot of it. I noticed that there is no black and whites here, only shades of gray. Everybody does something for the right reasons. The right people do bad things for reasons, and vice versa. In fact, you could say that the author is basically just showing all the shades of humanity, how different people live different lives, and oh, I see what you did there, George R.R. Martin. Well done, sir. I love your books. And I can't wait till Game of Thrones Season 1 comes out on Blu-ray. I'm going to pick that up because I don't have HBO. And thank goodness this popped up, because this will keep me entertained while I wait for the agonizingly long months until the fall when the new season of Doctor Who premieres. Another thing I just want to talk about real quick, Batman number 5. This issue, oh man, you probably saw my 52 review of Batman number 5, where I was basically gushing on about it like some sort of fanboy, which pretty much is totally accurate. Let me elaborate a little bit more. I gotta tell you, it's not the first time that people have broken the bat, both physically and mentally, but this is probably the first time where I've seen both done at the same time. And it was just so clever of Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo to pull off this issue. I mean, the look, the tones, the colors, they were all there. In fact, there's a little bit of audience participation, as I like to call it, in the middle of the issue, where you'll start feeling a little taste of what Batman's going through. And the thing is, you're just as confused as he is. I've read this issue like 5 times, and I still fully don't know what was real or what was not. And I'm not going to say anymore. This issue, I do not want to spoil at all. It is such a good read, and the fact that this is only issue 5 of an 11-issue story arc is insane. I'm loving the Court of Owls storyline. It's freaky. It's so appropriate for Batman, and I have no idea. Normally, with a comic story arc, I usually have a good idea of what direction it's going to take at the end of the issue. When I looked at the end of the issue of issue 5, not only was I shocked as hell when I saw the splash page, but I have zero idea of what issue 6 will bring. I have zero idea of how the story arc will play out. I have no idea. I am in completely drawing up blanks. I am in the dark. I'm speechless. And this is like probably one of the very, very, very few times this has happened to me. So that just goes to show you just how amazing this comic series is. And I cannot wait to see what this duo of Capullo and Snyder bring to the table next. I'm so excited. However, what I'm not thrilled about is my initial reaction when I first read this. Here's a dramatic simulation of that. Oh my God, what the, what Yeah, my head still hurts. I really still don't feel great, and that was like a couple of days ago. It literally blew my mind. Ouch. But seriously, you guys, you have to check out Batman. You have to check out the entire story run so far. It is definitely the best Batman book out there, and it's definitely one of the top elite comics that DC has going for it right now. Snyder, Capullo, good job, fellas. Seriously, that's AAA stuff right there. And I'm excited to know that Scott Snyder will be at WonderCon in a couple of months. Oh, that's the other thing. I'm totally going to WonderCon. I already got my pass. A good chunk of my friendos are coming with too, so this is going to be like a big group trip thing. It's going to be awesome. I call it a nerd pilgrimage, and this is the 3rd time I've been to Anaheim. So this is like familiar territory for me. I'm so excited. Check out WonderCon to see what they have. A lot of prominent writers and artists are going to be there, and I can't wait to hopefully meet them all. And I'm not playing anything new right now, just Skyrim and Halo Anniversary still. Nothing new, so nothing to say on the video game front, although Mass Effect 3 is just around the corner, so can't wait for that. Yeah! Well, the last thing on my mind is I'm just trying to wonder whether or not I should do some expanding. I mean, I'm pretty happy with my YouTube channel and of course my thoughts blogs and my 52 review vlogs. And I want to do some more stuff on YouTube. I want to make some different vlogs, probably a Let's Play. That's up in the works. I just need to make sure I get the proper equipment to do that, but I'd like to get that going. I also like to get my friends involved as well, so we can do some skits or sketches or whatever comes to mind. I have plenty of ideas dancing in my head. And friends, if you're watching this, loco friendos, let me know. But one of the things I've been thinking about is whether to make a public page for myself on Facebook, like an entertainer page, and to make my own private blog site. I mean, I would love to do it, but I just need to make sure I can actually get some people to, you know, follow it. I already have a Twitter account, which should pop up right here, but like I said, I want to do so much more. I feel like the blog and the public page would help out in the long run. So I'm thinking about doing that, but I'm just wondering if anyone will follow it or keep an eye on it or whatever. So, you know, throw in your 2 cents. I always value it, so have at it. Well, that about does it for me. If you have anything you want to add with regards to anything I've said today, drop a line on the commentary plot down below. Check out my Twitter account. Keep an eye on my YouTube page. There's always going to be something springing up at least once a week. And guys, check out any information you have on ACTA. This is something that's happening right now, and it is kind of a threat to us people of the interwebs. Check it out. As always, I ask you guys to live nerdcore. Y2M out.